Hey, welcome in to another edition of the Layman's Lowdown, brought to you by, of course, Layman's Old Time General Store and Hardware Store, Kidron, Ohio. And hey, we are going to give away our $50 February Layman's gift card later in this edition of the Lowdown. So if you've entered at pressproscontest@gmail.com, you could be the winner. We'll let you know who it is later on in the podcast. But we're also here to tell you about all the boys regional and girls state championship basketball action we have coming up. And to talk a little bit about Ohio State's loss to Michigan yesterday. But first, let me remind you, you can shop online 24/7, 365 at layman's.com, LEHMANS.com. And when you do, use the promo code PressPros10. That'll get you 10% off your order at Layman's, the store to go to online or in person, 4 miles south of Route 30, just off Route 30, 4 miles south, Kidron Road, to find the perfect gift for the hardest to buy for person on your list. Well, you might not have to buy a state championship trophy, a second one for the Botkins Trojans. You might not have to buy one for the Tri-Village Patriots. You might not even have to buy one for the Marion Local Flyers. They've got a couple. They'd like another one. And all three of those teams are in action tomorrow night in boys regional action. Let's start with the Flyers of Marion Local. They are at Bowling Green, and they got a pretty tough task taking on number 3 ranked Antwerp, 24-1 on the season. Marion Local will tip it off at 8 o'clock. We'll see what Jack Kanapke and the Flyers can get done. Here's a better picture of Jack right there on the front page of PressProsMagazine.com. He had a very big district at Wapakoneta High School. We'll see if he can keep that going at Bowling Green. But, of course, the Flyers are not just Jack Kanapke. They are Tate Hess. They are Brady Ronnebaum. They are Peyton Oddie, and they are tough defense. So we'll see what Antwerp can do with that. Then we've got a doubleheader of teams from the Press Pros area at Trent Arena in Kettering, starting at 5:30 p.m. with number 3 ranked Tri-Village. Lane Sarver and company trying to get it done for head coach Josh Sagister. They are taking on East Knox. And East Knox, they're a very good basketball team. East Knox 20-6 on the season. They have beaten so far a 13, a 6, and a 5. Oh, getting the top seed in the Patriots. We will see what East Knox can do with that. Then in the 8 o'clock game, your defending state champions in Division 4, the Botkins Trojans. Love how they are playing under first-year coach Phil Grove, taking over for Sean Powell. The Plyman brothers, Jaden Wendell, Jamison Meyer, Elijah Weaver, they are getting it done so far, and they are taking on 24-2 Springfield Catholic Central, which knocked off Jackson Center. SCC comes in number 6 in the state with just those 2 losses. That is the 8 o'clock game at Trent Arena. So there are your boys' regional games. What about girls, Bruce? What about girls? We've got the state Final Four this weekend at UD Arena. We're getting underway on Thursday, and the Worthington Christian Warriors. Woo! Cutting it close. WC had an 9-point lead on Ottawa Glandorf in the fourth quarter. Let Glandorf come back, get the lead up 3, 10 seconds to go. Yikes. WC hits the 3-pointer at the buzzer, wins it in overtime, and it's a good thing they did, because if not, that would have been a major disappointment for the WC Warriors. But they are still in it. They take on Apple Creek Waynedale 2 p.m. on Thursday, and Worthington Christian's taking the day off school, so you can expect a big contingent of the red and yellow from WC at UD Arena for that game against Waynedale. Other Central Ohio teams, hey, how about Division 2? The Hartley Hawks. The Hartley Hawks just keep getting it done. Knocked out my Jonathan Alder Pioneers. I'm holding a grudge over that one still, just a little bit, Hartley. In overtime, won their semifinal over Toledo Central Catholic in double overtime, and then made short work of top-ranked Shelby in the regional final. Ella Brandewie, shout out to Tom Brandewie, my old buddy from Ohio State. I covered Tom. I'm not young enough to have played with Tom. But Ella Brandewie is a big-time force. So sees Kiki McElrath. Hartley, the Hawks, have designs on a D2 state title. They will get it underway at 8 p.m. on Thursday night. And then Friday, Reynoldsburg came out of a stacked Central Ohio D1 regional. Reynoldsburg taking on Anthony Wayne. That is the 8 o'clock game on Friday night. There are your boys and girls teams still in action. Oh, New Knoxville also still in action. New Knoxville chasing that D4 title in the girls basketball Final Four. So good luck to to New Knoxville, whose coach is retiring after this year. What a way to go out if at New Knoxville you win the state in your final year. Whew, that's the way to write the script at the end. All right, we want to congratulate. I don't have a drum here, or I would do a drum roll, but we want to congratulate Bob Supinger of Covington, Ohio. Bob Supinger is our winner of the $50 February Layman's giveaway. And Bob is a very happy camper when I let him know that he won, because his email entry said, "Is this the hardware store in Amish country? I love that place. Bob, there's no other place on earth that dare calls itself to Layman's or calls itself Layman's other than Layman's, because no place could possibly measure up to all the cool stuff that they have at Layman's. And you will have your choice up to $50 gratis from our friends at Layman's. So get your entries in, PressProsContest@gmail.com. Use that promo code, Bob. If you go over $50, use that promo code, PressPros10, to get your discount. You can always catch the lowdown here. We will be back after the games of Tuesday night to let you know who is moving on in the regionals, hopefully Marion Local, Tri-Village, and Botkins. What a matchup that would be at Trent Arena if Botkins and Tri-Village had to play for the second time this year. They went into overtime the first time, and it was 51-50 Botkins. Boy, you will earn your berth to the state tournament out of that regional. Yes, you will. Now, follow us on Instagram, Press Pros Magazine. Follow us on Twitter @PressProsMag. Follow us on Facebook, and make sure you're back in tonight at 8 o'clock for the latest edition of the Press Pros Huddle Show. We will be doing it tonight. We will be taking your questions on Facebook, on Twitter, questions about the Final Four, questions about the Buckeyes. I'm going to hope they're just running out of gas here, having played, 8 games in 16 days. They get back at it Thursday night at the Big Ten tournament. They will play the winner of Penn State and Minnesota. I don't think anything is a given with Ohio State at this juncture, given how injured they are and given how bruised their ego must be after losing. They were undefeated at home, the last Big Ten team to be so, and they lost 3 Big Ten home games down the stretch. Yikes. Okay, that'll do it. Better news. We got teams chasing state titles. You're watching The Lowdown, presented by Layman's. Shop online 24/7 at LEHMANS.com.